I wonder what's the record for the most Wisconsins that someone has seen uh, in one game. I think my record is 4 per team. And that's 8 in the same game. I have seen a screenshot with someone who had 10 in a game. They had all 5 battleship slots on both teams were Wisconsin's. But I know if someone sits in the queue for long enough, the game can actually make no shit. 6 battleships per team. And I wonder if anyone has gotten the fabled 12 Wisconsin game yet. But we obviously didn't get it here. But what we did get was a Seattle radar. San Diego SAP is going to be nasty to deal with. Shima, Daring, and Holland for destroyers. We spawn out here in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere. We have a Wisconsin, a Bismarck, and a Baltimore for backup. So not exactly the most intimidating backup plan, or not plan, but force, especially when 2 of them have clans, and this guy's probably in his like double-digit games still. So that's not ideal, but whatever. No planes is always fun. It's really just that Seattle radar, but it does only go out to 9 kilometers. San Diego SAP can wreck me if I get caught in a bad spot by it, so we're going to have to play a little bit carefully around that. Shima, Daring, and Holland, I'm not too stressed about as long as I don't int into torps, so we should... I don't want to play directly for A, but I am going to try and play around A. And my goal is really just to stall them having it for as long as possible. Because I'm not expecting to take A here when I'm going to get outspotted all of the time by all of their destroyers. So what my goal is for right now is just prevent them from having it for as long as possible. They have a division of the Yamato, the Ajir, and the Holland. So, or, wait, no. It's just the Yamato and the Ajir, and then the Montana and the Holland. Never mind. So that Ajir is going to be on this side as well. Possibly with the Holland, but I don't think it's going to be that. So that leaves the Shima and the Daring. And between those two, based on the fact that I am being RPF'd, I am inclined to believe that it is probably the Shima. Oh, and we have an AFK Alvaro, so that's always fun. And San Diego, the Montana. So we know that the Holland is going to be in B or close by it. And that, again, leaves the Shima and the Daring. There goes Holland Torps through there. And I think if that destroyer was playing for A, he would have stepped into it by now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head out towards this side on the 1-2 line, and I'm going to try and prevent this Shima or the Daring from being able to get a broadside shot on my team, who are all using this island as cover from these lot. I want to prevent that Shima from getting a broadside shot on my teammates. Just gonna launch some Make-A-Wish torpedoes out here. We got a bit of chip damage on him, but nothing substantial. This Baltimore is in the biggest risk from this Shima right now. Yeah, I'm actually going to smoke up right here. And I'm going to try and farm out this Ajir. I'm going to wait for my smoke to cover me before I start shooting. Our Baltimore is being super aggressive over here. He should be relatively safe because he is angled against the Shimmatorps now. So as long as he doesn't int out broadside like he's doing to that Yamato or the Roma or even the Ajir, he should be okay. Also, am I getting aiming bugged right now? Yeah, and it looks like that Shima did rotate out because I'm no longer being RPF'd. It just dropped off of me. So I believe that Shima's rotated back towards where that cluster of ships are. And actually, no, it's back on me now. Roma just got chunked pretty good. I'm gonna try... there's a lot of ships over there. And these battleships are all gonna be kiting away. Yeah, that's not a good shot right there. I'd have to push up super aggressively right now if I wanted to get an actual shot off on either of these battleships. This Shima is actually playing relatively well. He is staying angled. He's not getting caught bow in. And he's playing relatively close to his supporting ships. So this Shima is actually pretty smart. He is launching torpedoes at bow in targets. But then again, it's either that or try and directly contest against the Gdansk in a Shima, which is not a pro move in most situations. And that Alabama did not slow down, or speed up rather, the way I was expecting him to when he was coming under Bungo, Bismarck, and Baltimore focus. Probably because he knew that I was out here. Or he was just like stupid and he was just sitting there waiting to be farmed. I'm honestly not sure which. But right now, he's gonna shoot HE at me. So, okay, he's just trash. Is what we've learned here today. We are gonna try and get the finish on him right here. I am fine with this Alabama trying to shoot HE at me. Because as long as he's shooting HE at me, he's not shooting AP at my Baltimore friend over there. So, as long as we can not get hit by this, we're good. I would like to have a thunderstorm right now, but it's probably not going to happen. We do have a Holland rotating over, probably, based on where this Holland was last seen. And not exactly rotating over, but still in the area that I'm heading towards. Are these 20-kilometer torpedoes? These feel like 20 kilometers right there. I spotted those from a pretty far distance away, and they're pretty slow. So I might have to take back what I said earlier about that Shima. He might not be that good. Or, well, actually, no. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and we'll say he might be a solid person who just unlocked the Shima during a regrind, and he has to research the torps again, and he's being stingy with his free XP because he needed to use some to respect his captain because he's out of commander XP for whatever reason. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But for right now, the goal is going to be getting this Roma off the board, so then I can go after the Shima without allied, or I guess enemy guns pointing in my direction. But then at the same time, our team is kind of killing themselves. Well, we are tied on ships at least. Well, actually, there goes the Preußen. That leaves the Seattle and the Montana on that side. Holland is spotted north of B. This is not a good spot we're in, because if this Shimakaze has torpedoes out on either of these two ships over here, that is going to be nasty business. because I am pretty much right in the line of fire of torpedoes that would otherwise be aimed at one of these two. Although this Baltimore is dark right now, so that Shima does look to be pretty far. We're not hard spotted either, despite not having the benefit of the cyclone. Now, all I want is to hopefully face check one of those two destroyers. There's there's all three sets, it looks like, from the Shima on that Bungo. This Bismarck is going to cap B eventually, in theory. Yeah, we're gonna get B there. There's the Holland. This Shima is still just kiting away. He's like probably there's the Austin, okay. He's probably like somewhere where that Austin is, I'd wager. Because well, we're not being RPF'd anymore, but we were being RPF for quite some time right there, so I do believe that Shima is roughly somewhere near that Austin or up in that area. Austin just DCP'd one fire. There's a permafire. Weren't able to really do much in the way of follow-up farming there, but that's fine. Our Bungo should be able to delete that Austin. Now all I have to do is go after one of these destroyers, and it's looking like that the Holland is going to be the most likely candidate, because he's the one who's probably going to be trying to contest C. This Shima's off in fucking Narnia. He is not going to contribute to the rest of this game whatsoever. So we're just going to launch some torpedoes out on that Montana. And we're going to start running it down at C. And we're going to try and get radar coverage on that and hopefully kill this Montana and kill this Holland without getting dunked on by an Austin reload booster in the process. And predictably, he is, in fact, in C. And this Shima's, like, off in fucking Narnia. He's on, like, the A line right now, so I do fully take back everything nice that I said earlier about that Shima. I think he was just playing well on accident. What the hell was that dispersion? And, of course, the Wisconsin takes it, but whatever. At the end of the day, he's dead and I'm not. So that's what matters. And there goes the Austin reload boost. This Bungo, honestly, I think is going to live that too, which is really funny. Now they have an Austin and a Shima all off in the middle of Narnia, so typical randoms, I guess. Well, okay. I think this was a nice little game that just kind of well, I guess it does demonstrate the idea of positioning to try and cover your team's weaknesses. And the biggest case in point was early on in the game with this Shima. Assuming that this Shima had hands, which he ended up not, but assuming that this was a good player, he would have had a field day on these battleships right here, because all of them were using this island, the Baltimore as well, were using this island as cover from the ships that were up north of here. The Baltimore's trying to play the island cockroach game, and the and the battleships on my team were trying to stick relatively close to each other and to the Baltimore. So as a Shima player, you see that and you just like that dinner bell starts ringing because you have a bunch of targets that are in kind of open, relatively open water, and one of them is pinched against an island, and then and you were had a pretty clear shot to be able to just press W and get a broadside shot on near stationary and angling targets. That is a field day for a Shimmer right there. So our goal right there was to cover that. And then eventually we wanted to get the pick on the Shima and the Holland, but it didn't end up happening with the Shima because he just sailed off to fucking Narnia. And then the Holland just sailed away to not Narnia, but just somewhere else. So still a nice little game. Not the best, but it's still, I think it's relatively okay. So that, I think, is going to about do it for this game, or this video, rather. So I will see you on Thursday.